Kale walked quickly through the polished halls of Novaterra Academy, his boots echoing on the metal floor. The academy was a place where the best of humanity and alien races trained together, learning how to explore distant stars, negotiate peace, and master technology far beyond most minds. Kyle had always known he was a bit different. Quiet, observant, and careful, he preferred studying alien languages and ancient maps over sports or flashy displays of power. He adjusted the sleeve of his jacket. Underneath, a tattoo curled along his forearm. No one at the academy knew it existed. To most, it was just a mark, a pattern of strange symbols and glowing lines. But to Kale, it was much more. It was a key left to him by his father, who had once traveled to a hidden human outpost beyond known space. The tattoo contained a secret code that, if properly understood, could unlock lost knowledge of humanity's earliest journeys among the stars. Kale's mind was absorbed in thought when he rounded a corner. Without warning, a student bumped into him hard. "Hey! Watch it!" Kyle exclaimed, stumbling back. I'm sorry." The other student, a tall alien cadet with green-scaled skin, muttered nervously. But the shove had done its work. Kale's sleeve rolled back, exposing the glowing tattoo along his forearm. The hallway went silent. Gasps echoed off the walls. Students paused mid-step, staring. Whispers started like wildfire. "Is that impossible? That tattoo, it can't be real!" Kale froze, heart thumping. He had been careful for years, always hiding it. Now, in a single accidental moment, the secret he had guarded so fiercely was exposed. A group of cadets approached, faces a mixture of awe and fear. "Kyle," one said, a human with sharp blue eyes. "Where did you get that?" Kale swallowed. "It's nothing, just a tattoo," he replied, trying to sound casual, but his voice betrayed him. "Nothing?" another cadet whispered. "That pattern, it's the ancient human-alien code. They say only the lost explorers knew it." Kyle's stomach twisted. The academy had strict rules. Certain knowledge from humanity's early interstellar expeditions was forbidden to cadets. No one was supposed to know the codes, not even the teachers. If anyone reported him, before Kale could think of a plan, a loud, metallic voice echoed down the corridor. "Kale Varon, report to security. Now!" The Academy's security drones hovered above, their lights scanning rapidly. Students stepped back automatically. Kyle had no choice. He hurried toward the nearest maintenance corridor, hoping to find a shortcut. His boots clanged against the floor as whispers chased him. Everywhere he went, eyes followed. He ducked into a narrow passage, heart racing. His mind worked fast. If the security forces caught him, the consequences could be severe. At best, he would be confined and questioned. At worst, he might be expelled, or worse, sent to a restricted section where no one returned for months. Kale took a deep breath, trying to calm himself. His tattoo glowed faintly in the dim light as if reminding him of its importance. It wasn't just a mark. It was a mission. A secret humanity had carried for centuries, hidden from aliens and humans alike. And now, that secret was at risk. He reached the edge of the service corridor and paused, listening. Footsteps echoed nearby. He was not alone. Kale's eyes caught movement. A small group of cadets was quietly following him. They were curious, perhaps intrigued, but not hostile. One of them, a young alien named Tira, stepped forward. "You don't have to run," she whispered. "We want to help." Kyle hesitated. Trust was dangerous. The wrong person could turn him in, and the wrong move could ruin everything. But Tira's eyes were honest, and the curiosity in the others' faces mirrored his own. Maybe he didn't have to face this alone. "Okay," Kale said softly. But you have to promise not to tell anyone. Not a single soul." "We promise," Tira said. Together they ducked through the narrow corridors, avoiding drones and patrolling cadets. Kyle explained what little he could without revealing the full secret. "It's a pattern," he said, pointing to his tattoo. "It's part of a larger code, something humanity discovered a long time ago. If the wrong people get it, it could be dangerous." The group listened intently, eyes wide. For a moment, Kyle felt the weight lift slightly. Maybe, just maybe, he had found allies he could trust. Suddenly, the corridor opened into a large atrium. Students were gathered for training exercises, but the room was alive with whispers. Some pointed at Kyle, some stared at the tattoo glowing beneath his sleeve. The rumors were spreading faster than he could move. Kyle realized the truth. The moment his tattoo slipped out, his life changed forever. He was no longer just another cadet. He was a symbol, a mystery, a target. Everyone wanted to know what he knew, and the Academy's security forces would stop at nothing to find out. He glanced at his companions. "We have to move," he said. "There's a safe room in the archives. We can think there." As they dashed across the atrium, Kyle felt a strange thrill. Fear mingled with excitement. He had always dreamed of adventure, of exploring secrets that no one else could reach. Now, the adventure had come to him in the most unexpected way. A simple shove from a careless student had turned his life upside down. For the first time, Kale realized he was not just running from trouble. He was running toward something bigger, something that could change the future of humanity in the stars. And from that moment, Kale Varon, the boy with the glowing tattoo, became the most watched, most talked about, and most wanted cadet in Novaterra Academy. The chase had begun. Kale and his small group of allies slipped through the narrow corridors of Novaterra Academy, hearts pounding. The glowing tattoo on Kale's forearm pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat, reminding him of the secret it held. Every step brought them closer to the archives, the only place he could safely decode the mysterious pattern. Tira, the young alien cadet, glanced nervously at Kyle. "Security drones are scanning everywhere. If they spot us—" Her voice trailed off. Kale nodded. He knew exactly what could happen. Security at the Academy wasn't cruel, but it was strict. Cadets who carried forbidden knowledge were isolated. Some never returned to their regular classes. The whispers about his tattoo had already spread through the entire Academy, and Kale had to assume that anyone could report him at any moment. As they moved, Kale's mind raced. He remembered the day his father had shown him the tattoo. "It's more than ink," his father had said. "It carries knowledge humans lost long ago. Keep it secret, and one day it may help you save lives. Lose it, and it could fall into the wrong hands." Kale had never fully understood what his father meant, until now. A faint alarm sounded in the distance. Kale froze. "Drones," he whispered. "We need to split up. Meet in the archives in 10 minutes. Tira looked alarmed. "Split up? Are you sure?" Kale gave a small smile, trying to hide his fear. "We don't have a choice. It's faster this way. Trust me." They darted into separate corridors, using their small size and quick thinking to avoid the patrols. Kyle's heart raced as he ducked behind a maintenance panel, holding his breath while a drone floated past, its sensors scanning every inch. The hum of its engines was deafening in the quiet corridor. Once the drone was gone, Kale moved again, faster now. He had to reach the archives. The Academy's library was massive, spanning 3 floors with secure vaults for rare knowledge. Most students had never been inside the restricted section. Kyle, however, knew the layout from old schematics his father had left him. His human memory and attention to detail gave him an advantage over the more technologically advanced but less imaginative alien drones. Finally, he arrived at a concealed door, one that looked like a wall panel to anyone passing by. He tapped a hidden sequence, learned from his father's notes, and the door slid open silently. Kyle slipped inside and immediately felt a sense of relief. The archives were quiet, full of rows of glowing data cubes and ancient human texts. Here, no one would bother him, not immediately. Tira arrived a few moments later, panting but unharmed. "You made it," she said, smiling. "Barely." Kyle nodded. "Good. Let's start." He rolled up his sleeve fully, letting the tattoo glow in the dim light. It shone brighter here, near the knowledge cores, as if reacting to the information around it. Kale traced the lines with his fingers. Symbols shifted, almost like they were alive, forming patterns he had never seen before. This is incredible," Tira whispered. "I've never seen anything like it." Kale smiled faintly. "It's more than art. It's a map, a code. My father said it could lead to something humans discovered long ago, something important for the future." Hours passed as Kale worked, deciphering each line, each symbol. The archives hummed softly around them, but outside, the Academy had not stopped searching. Drones hovered, security officers checked corridors, and rumors spread faster than fire. Cadets whispered in the halls. Kyle Varon, the tattooed cadet, is dangerous. He could hold the key to lost human secrets. Kale paused to think. "If anyone outside knows, they might try to use it for themselves," he said. "We have to be careful. This isn't just about me. It's about what humanity could do if this knowledge falls into the right hands or the wrong ones." Tira nodded. "We trust you, Kyle. We'll help." As night fell over the Academy, Kale and his allies worked tirelessly. Slowly, the pattern began to make sense. It wasn't just a static map. It was a sequence of coordinates, leading to a distant star system, one that had been marked as unexplored in current human records. Hidden within the symbols were instructions for navigating dangerous wormholes, energy signatures that could guide ships safely, and hints of alien technology that humans had once used in secret. Kale's pulse quickened. This could change everything. If humans understand this, we could reach stars no one else can. Tira gasped. "But what about the Academy? If they find out..." Kyle shook his head. "We're already most wanted. They know I have it. If we move carefully, we can prove it's not dangerous. It's a gift, a chance for humanity to lead, to show what we can do when we combine intelligence, courage, and creativity." A sudden noise made them freeze. The sound of boots on metal, fast and deliberate. Security officers were nearby, searching the archives. Kale's mind raced. There was only one way to protect the code now. They had to hide it temporarily. Kale grabbed a small data cube from the archives, one that stored encrypted information. He placed it in a concealed compartment within his jacket. "This will keep it safe," he said. "If we leave, they won't find it." Tira looked nervous, but nodded. And then Kyle stood, glancing around the room. "Then we plan. We need allies, and we need a way to use this knowledge without putting ourselves, or humanity, in danger. This isn't just about escaping the Academy anymore. It's about showing what humans are capable of, even when everyone doubts us." Outside, the security officers continued their search. Kyle knew they had little time. He and Tira slipped out through a hidden exit, ducking into the shadows of the Academy's lower levels. The corridors were quiet now, but Kale felt the weight of the chase pressing on him. And yet, for the first time, he felt excitement. This was the moment he had been waiting for. Humanity had always been underestimated, considered fragile, and weak compared to alien races. But Kale knew humans were clever, adaptable, and determined. If anyone could face impossible odds and succeed, it was them. As they moved through the dark corridors, Kale's tattoo pulsed faintly under his sleeve, almost as if it understood the challenge ahead. The chase was not over. The academy was still. Searching, rumors were still spreading, and danger waited around every corner. But Kyle smiled, a small, confident grin. He was human, he was clever, and he was ready. The hunt had begun, and humanity, through him, was about to show what it could do. Kyle led Tira through the dim service corridors of Novaterra Academy, moving quickly but carefully. The sound of distant alarms and the occasional drone's hum reminded them that time was limited. His mind raced, thinking of ways to decode the tattoo safely and avoid capture. One thing was clear, he could not do it alone. "I think we need help," Kale said quietly. "The tattoo is too complex. There's more than just coordinates. There are symbols, energy patterns, even instructions for technology we barely understand. I need allies." Tira nodded. "Who can we trust? Most students would report us." "Immediately." Kale paused, thinking. "Not all of them. Some are curious. Some respect humans. We need those ones." They moved to a secluded area near the lower training labs. Kale had noticed a few cadets observing the chaos from the shadows earlier. Now he approached them cautiously. Among the group were two humans, Jara, a brilliant engineer known for improvising gadgets, and Lior, a linguist skilled in decoding alien scripts. And one alien, Rin, a quiet observer from the planet Zaith, gifted with advanced analytical abilities. "Kyle," Yara asked, surprised but not alarmed. "We heard about the tattoo." Kale exhaled. "Yes, it's real. And it's dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. But it could also be incredible, something that helps humanity lead in exploration and understanding. I need your help to decode it and to keep it safe from the academy until we figure out what it really means." Rin tilted his head, scales glinting under the dim lights. "Why trust you? Humans are clever, but also impulsive. How do we know this isn't a trap?" Kyle smiled faintly. "Because if it were, I wouldn't have run instead of hiding it. I need a team, not just for my safety, but for yours too. Together we can do something no one else could do alone." After a moment of tense silence, the group nodded. Trust was a risk, but so was inaction. Kale felt a surge of hope. Humanity thrived on cooperation, curiosity, and clever thinking. And now, he had allies who could match his determination. They settled in an abandoned lab in the lower levels, a space few cadets visited. Here, Kale carefully revealed the tattoo, rolling up his sleeve. The glowing patterns shimmered in the dim light. Jara's eyes widened as she examined it. This isn't just a tattoo," Jara whispered. "It's like a blueprint. It's alive almost. Look at the lines. They connect to each other, forming circuits, patterns, instructions. Whoever made this knew exactly what they were doing." Lior leaned closer. "And the symbols. Some are human, yes, but others are alien. It's a hybrid language. This could only have been created by someone who understood both humans and aliens deeply." Rin studied the tattoo in silence. If decoded, it could reveal technology, pathways, or strategies unknown to both humans and aliens. But it is extremely precise. One mistake and the data could be misread. Kale nodded. "Exactly. That's why we need each other. My father discovered part of this, but he never completed it. Together we can understand it and use it wisely." For the next several hours, the small group worked tirelessly. Kyle traced the glowing lines with his fingers, while Lior identified linguistic patterns. Yara sketched symbols into holographic projections, and Rin analyzed connections and sequences. Slowly, they began to uncover the meaning behind the tattoo. "The coordinates," Lior said, pointing to a segment of glowing lines. "They lead to a star system beyond known maps. It's uncharted, but there's more instructions for navigating." Wormholes safely. This is incredible. Kale's pulse quickened. This could allow humanity to travel faster than any ship currently available. We could reach distant worlds safely, even through dangerous areas other explorers avoid. Jara grinned. And look at these symbols here. They describe energy patterns, maybe for powering ships or tools in ways we've never tried. This is genius, Rin's eyes gleamed. It also shows human ingenuity. You are clever, Kyle, not just in running, but in thinking. You used your advantage as a human. Creativity, adaptability, and courage. That is why this team can succeed. Kale felt a swell of pride. Humans were often underestimated. Alien races thought humans were fragile or reckless. But in situations like this, adaptability and ingenuity made all the difference. And now, the small team was proving it. As they continued decoding, Kale noticed the faint hum of activity outside the lab. Security forces were still searching, drones sweeping through corridors. But he was ready. The team had devised a simple system of distractions, motion sensors, noise devices, and holographic illusions to confuse the drones. Their combined human creativity and alien technology allowed them to work efficiently while remaining hidden. Hours passed into the night. Slowly, the tattoo revealed a final layer, a path to a hidden artifact, something his father had hinted at but never described fully. Kale traced the lines with reverence. This was more than a map or code. It was a symbol of human potential, proof that clever thinking, courage, and collaboration could achieve what others thought impossible. Tira looked at him. Do you realize what this means? Kale nodded, eyes glowing with determination. Yes, humanity can reach new stars, discover lost knowledge, and show our value. We are not just students. We are capable of shaping the future, Rin added, softly. And that is why they will want you captured. Knowledge is power, but humans are resilient. You will find a way, Kyle. Kyle smiled. We already are. Together we can face anything the Academy throws at us. And when the time comes, we can show everyone what humans can do when we work with courage and intelligence. The team shared a quiet moment, a sense of purpose uniting them. Outside, the Academy continued its search, unaware that the most clever humans and their allies were already planning their next move. Kyle rolled up his sleeve again, letting the tattoo dim to a soft glow. Tomorrow would bring challenges, confrontations, and perhaps even betrayals. But for now, in the hidden lab, humanity was winning, not through strength or weapons, but through intelligence, courage, and cooperation. And Kyle knew this was only the beginning. The tattoo had brought them together, but it was human ingenuity, human curiosity, and the human spirit that would carry them forward. Novaterra Academy could label him most wanted, but Kale didn't care. He wasn't just running. He was leading a team, decoding humanity's potential, and proving that humans were clever, adaptable, and unstoppable. The hidden lab was quiet, but the tension in the air was thick. Kale and his team, Tira, Jara, Lior, and Rin, worked tirelessly, decoding the final symbols of the tattoo. Every line brought them closer to understanding the secret it held. But Kale knew they didn't have much time. The Academy's security forces were relentless, and sooner or later, someone would find them. A sudden metallic hum echoed from the hallway outside. Kale's eyes widened. Drones, he whispered. And not the usual ones. Those are patrol-class units. They move fast, and they're programmed to corner us. Tira's scales bristled. What do we do? Kale quickly scanned the lab. Shelves of old tools, discarded gadgets, and energy cores filled the room. A plan formed in his mind. We fight with our minds, not weapons. Everyone knows the lab layout better than the drones. We can outsmart them. Jara grinned. Leave it to me. I can rig some distractions. Kale nodded. Good. Rin, watch the doors. Lior and Tira, help me finish decoding this last section. If we know the path, we can escape safely. As Kale and his team worked, the drones entered the lab. Their lights swept across the room, sensors searching for anomalies. Jara activated her makeshift devices. Small holographic decoys flickered to life, moving across the lab, drawing the drones' attention. A few of the patrol-class drones swerved toward them, confused by the illusions. Kale's pulse quickened. This was exactly why humans were so effective in unexpected situations: imagination, improvisation, and creativity. The drones were fast, precise, but predictable. Humans and their allies could think in ways machines couldn't anticipate. The tattoo pulsed brighter as Kale traced the final symbols: the hidden star system, the coordinates, the energy pathways. It was all coming together. Got it, he whispered. This will lead us to the artifact. And more importantly, it will keep it safe from anyone who wants to use it for themselves. Rin's eyes glimmered. We must move. More units are on the way. Kale nodded. Follow me. They slipped through a maintenance hatch, ducking into the narrow tunnels that ran beneath the academy. The patrol drones followed, but Kale had already memorized every turn, every ventilation shaft, every hidden passage. The group moved silently, their footsteps echoing softly against metal walls. Suddenly, a security officer appeared at the far end of the tunnel, his voice loud and commanding. Kale Varin, stop! You are under academy supervision! Kyle froze for a split second, then made a quick decision. Split up, he shouted. We meet at the observation deck in 10 minutes. Tira, Jara, Lior, and Rin scattered into side passages. Kyle darted forward, using his small size and human agility to navigate the tight corridors. The officer called for backup, and more cadets arrived, but Kyle was already one step ahead. He reached a control room overlooking the academy's central atrium. From here, he could see security forces rushing through the halls, drones buzzing like mechanical bees. Kale noticed something important: a series of energy panels controlling the atrium's lights and automated doors. An idea formed. He accessed the control panel, fingers flying over the interface. Lights flickered, doors opened and closed randomly, creating confusion. Patrol units collided, drones became disoriented, and the officer shouted orders that could not be executed. Kale smirked. Humans are clever, he muttered to himself. In the chaos, his allies reunited at the observation deck. Tira's eyes sparkled with admiration. I can't believe you did that. Kale shrugged modestly. We don't fight with strength alone. We fight with our minds. That's what makes humans different. That's what makes us powerful. Lior studied the decoded tattoo carefully. The final section, it's a set of instructions for interacting with the artifact. It's not just coordinates. It's a guide for understanding energy manipulation, navigation, even alien communication. Yara grinned. We're really going to change things, aren't we? Kyle nodded. Yes, but first we need to get out safely. The Academy won't give up easily. They want this knowledge controlled, not shared. Rin added, your leadership, Kale, has united us. Human ingenuity is the reason we have survived so far. It is what will allow us to succeed. Kale smiled faintly. We all did it. Humans can lead, yes, but we also rely on cooperation. That is our strength. We adapt, we create, and we never give up. They moved quickly through the shadows, using hidden passages and maintenance shafts. The patrol-class drones were still searching, but Kale's strategy worked. They emerged at the Academy's upper levels, where the observation deck provided a view of the night sky. Stars stretched endlessly above, distant planets glowing faintly in the darkness. Kale lifted his arm, letting the tattoo glow once more. It shimmered softly, responding to the energy of the Academy and the patterns he had decoded. This he said quietly, is humanity's chance. Not just to survive, but to lead, to explore, to show what clever thinking and courage can achieve. Tira placed a hand on his shoulder. You're right. The Academy thought they could control knowledge, but knowledge isn't theirs to own. It belongs to everyone who can use it wisely. Kyle nodded. Exactly. And we will. The artifact is out there waiting. But it's not just about finding it. It's about showing that humans working together with allies can overcome impossible odds. The security alarms still rang faintly in the distance, but for the first time, Kale felt a surge of hope. Humanity had been underestimated for centuries. Now, through his courage, intelligence, and quick thinking, he had proven that humans could outsmart even the most advanced alien technology and strictest Academy rules. The chase was far from over. The artifact awaited, the tattoo's secrets were yet to be fully revealed, and the Academy's forces were still searching. But Kyle knew. One thing, humans were clever, adaptable, and relentless. No machine, no rule, and no alien patrol could stop them if they worked together. Kale looked at his allies, pride shining in his eyes. Tomorrow, he said, we take the next step. We decode the full pattern, reach the artifact, and show what humans are capable of, not through power but through intelligence, courage, and heart. The team nodded, determination reflected in every face. The night sky stretched above, endless and full of possibilities. And Kale, the boy with the glowing tattoo, felt the promise of humanity's potential more vividly than ever. Novaterra Academy had called him Most Wanted. But Kale knew the truth. He was humanity's chance to shine. The confrontation had ended for now, but the adventure, the true challenge, was just beginning. Patrols, outsmarted drones, and finally reached a moment of calm. Yet the final secrets of the tattoo remained. Its ultimate purpose was still hidden, waiting to be understood. Kyle traced the glowing lines on his forearm, each symbol pulsing softly. We're close, he whispered to his team. The last part is a key, coordinates to something important, something humanity lost long ago. Tira leaned in. You really think this could change everything? Kale nodded. I do. This isn't just about maps or coordinates. It's about knowledge, about humanity's potential. Whoever controls this could lead exploration, create technology, even guide future alliances with alien races. That's why the Academy wants it. But we can't let them, or anyone, misuse it. Jara adjusted her holographic projection. The symbols here? They show energy patterns I've never seen. If we interpret them correctly, we could harness them safely. It's not just a location, it's instructions. Lior studied the hybrid human-alien scripts. The language combines logic, art, and intuition. It's like a puzzle made for problem solvers. Whoever made this wanted someone clever and creative to understand it. Rin added thoughtfully. And that is why humans, adaptable and intelligent, can succeed. Kale, you have the traits required: creativity, courage, and the ability to think beyond rules. Kale felt a surge of pride, but remained focused. Then let's finish this. We don't have much time before more Academy patrols arrive. They worked in coordinated silence. Kale's tattoo glowed brighter as they interpreted, each symbol revealing wormhole paths, star system coordinates, and alien technology patterns. Slowly, a clear destination emerged, an uncharted planet hidden beyond known maps where the artifact awaited. This is it, Kale said, pointing to the final line. The artifact is here, and it isn't just any technology. It's a device that can manipulate energy in ways we haven't imagined. It could power ships, cities, even entire colonies safely and efficiently. Humanity could leap centuries ahead. Tira's eyes widened. But if the Academy finds out, Kale shook his head, then it won't be humanity's. Knowledge must be earned and used wisely. We'll show the right way. Suddenly, the lab's door hissed open. Security drones entered, faster and smarter than before. The team froze. The Academy had caught up. Kyle's mind raced. We move quickly. We don't fight. We outthink them. Jara activated a series of small devices, creating holographic duplicates of the team. The drones targeted the illusions, while Kyle and his allies slipped through a hidden passage leading to the Academy's outer perimeter. Rin guided them with his analytical skills, detecting energy signatures from patrol drones. Lior used linguistic codes to hack minor security locks. Tira scouted ahead with agility and intuition. Every move relied on collaboration, each skill complementing the others. When they reached the observation deck, the stars stretched endlessly above. The path the tattoo had revealed pointed to a hidden wormhole in the far reaches of known space. Kale's pulse quickened. This is our way out. The artifact waits beyond the wormhole. Once we reach it, humanity will have a chance to lead, not through power, but through knowledge and ingenuity. Jara checked her instruments. The wormhole is unstable. We'll need precise navigation, but with the tattoo's guidance, we can do it. Kale smiled. Then let's go. As they prepared to leave, a warning flashed across one of Jara's devices. Another team was approaching, a faction of the Academy intent on capturing the tattoo's secrets for themselves. Time was critical. The team moved in perfect synchronization, combining human adaptability with alien skills. Kale's mind stayed sharp, calculating angles, speed, and strategy. Every decision was life or death, every move a test of human ingenuity. They reached the wormhole entrance. The glowing tattoo pulsed, resonating with the energy around them. Kale held his arm steady, tracing the symbols once more. The path was clear. With careful calculation, they navigated through the swirling energy, each member holding their breath. Emerging on the other side, they found a small, uncharted planet bathed in pale blue light. The artifact lay ahead, a structure of unknown origin, glowing with energy patterns similar to Kale's tattoo. It was beautiful, intricate, and filled with potential. Kale stepped forward. "This is it," he said softly. "The secret humanity has carried for centuries, and now it's ours to protect and understand." Tira placed a hand on his shoulder. "We made it together. That's the strength of humans and allies. Cleverness, courage, and collaboration." Lior examined the artifact. It's compatible with both human and alien technology. If used wisely, it could help everyone, not just the Academy. Jara added, "It's amazing. It's everything the tattoo promised and more, but it needs careful handling. One wrong move could destroy everything." Kale nodded. "We will. This isn't just about discovery. It's about responsibility. Humanity can rise not through force, but through intelligence and integrity." Rin observed quietly, scales shimmering. "You have proven your value, Kale. Humanity can indeed lead when it uses brains, heart, and courage together." As they secured the artifact, Kale looked at his glowing tattoo. It had led them here, but the real lesson was clear. Humans were clever, adaptable, and brave. They could overcome impossible odds when they worked together. Outside, the Academy's forces were still searching, unaware that their most wanted cadet had already reached the prize they sought. Kyle smiled faintly. "They called me most wanted, but they don't understand. We are not criminals. We are explorers, problem solvers, and protectors, and this knowledge belongs to humanity." The team stood together, looking at the glowing artifact. For the first time, Kale felt a sense of peace. Danger was still present. Challenges awaited, but he knew humanity had proven its strength. Clever thinking, courage, and teamwork could. achieve what brute force or rigid rules could not. And Kale, the boy with the glowing tattoo, understood that the adventure was far from over. There were more secrets to uncover, more stars to explore, and more chances to show what humans could achieve. But for now, humanity had won a great victory, not with weapons, but with intelligence, creativity, and heart. Kale stood on the surface of the uncharted planet, the glowing artifact before him. It hummed softly, resonating with the energy of the tattoo on his arm. The wind was light, carrying a faint metallic scent, as if the planet itself recognized the importance of the moment. His team, Tira, Jara, Lior, and Rin, gathered close, eyes wide with awe and determination. "We did it," Tira whispered. "We actually made it." Kale nodded, but his mind was already moving ahead. This is only the beginning. The artifact isn't just a treasure. It's a tool, a guide, a chance to show humanity what we are capable of. But we need to use it wisely. One wrong step, and everything could be lost. Jara adjusted her instruments. "I've never seen energy flow like this. It's stable, but delicate. We need precision if we're going to unlock its full potential." Lior examined the inscriptions on the artifact, comparing them to Kale's tattoo. "The patterns match perfectly. This confirms it. Your father's knowledge, the tattoo, everything was meant to lead to this. Humanity is ready for this moment. We just need to understand it fully." Rin's eyes gleamed. "And that understanding is a gift of teamwork, of clever thinking. Alone, none of us could have done this. Together, humans and allies, we succeed." Kale smiled faintly. Humanity had always been underestimated, thought fragile and reckless by more advanced alien races. But moments like this proved something they often ignored. Humans were intelligent, adaptable, and relentless when faced with challenges. "Then let's begin," Kale said. He placed his hand over the artifact, the tattoo on his arm glowing, brighter as it connected with the artifact's energy. The patterns shifted, symbols rotating and intertwining like a living code. The team worked together, each using their skills. Jara adjusted energy flows, ensuring the artifact remained stable. Lior interpreted the alien-human inscriptions, guiding their understanding. Tira monitored the external environment, ready for any unexpected danger. Rin calculated patterns, predicting the outcomes of each action. Hours passed, and the artifact responded to their combined effort. Slowly, it revealed its purpose. A device capable of generating energy and information simultaneously, a tool that could power ships, colonies, and even interstellar communication networks. It was a gift from humanity's ancestors, designed to advance the species when the time was right. Kale's heart raced. This is it. This proves that humans are clever, adaptable, and courageous. We didn't just survive. We led. We understood what others could not. Suddenly, a warning signal sounded on one of Jara's instruments. "Incoming vessel!" she exclaimed. "The Academy. They've tracked us through the wormhole. They know we're here." Kyle's eyes narrowed. "We expected this. They thought they could control the knowledge, but they underestimated humans." Tira's scales bristled. "What do we do?" Kyle thought quickly. "We use the artifact. Not to attack, but to protect ourselves and show them human ingenuity. Follow my lead." He adjusted the artifact's energy flow, creating a shimmering barrier around their camp. It was invisible, but sensors on the approaching vessel detected anomalies, forcing the Academy's ship to slow down. The vessel's crew tried to penetrate the barrier, but every attempt was met with clever, precise countermeasures. Kyle smiled. Humans didn't need brute force. They needed intelligence, creativity, and courage. The Academy's ship eventually retreated, unable to bypass the barrier. Kale looked at his team. "We've shown them one thing. Humans think, adapt, and solve problems in ways no one expects. That is our true strength. Rin nodded. Indeed. You have proven that cleverness, teamwork, and courage can overcome even the strictest rules and the most advanced technology. Kyle felt a swell of pride. This was humanity at its best, not through power or domination, but through intelligence, creativity, and heart. The artifact had chosen the right people, and humans had risen to the challenge. Tira smiled. So what now? Kyle looked up at the stars. Now, we learn. We share knowledge responsibly. We explore, discover, and protect what humanity has earned. We prove that clever thinking and courage are as powerful as any weapon. The Academy may have wanted to control us, but we've shown them that humans cannot be contained. Lior added. And the tattoo? Kyle flexed his arm, watching the glow fade softly. It was a guide, a key, a reminder. Humans are clever. Humans can lead. And humans, working with allies, can achieve what others think impossible. Yara laughed softly. You know, I never thought a tattoo could change the course of humanity. Kale grinned. It wasn't just the tattoo. It was courage, creativity, and teamwork. That's what made it possible. Humans have always had the potential. It just needed the right challenge to prove it. The team stood together, looking at the artifact glowing softly in the alien light. The journey had been dangerous. The Academy had hunted them relentlessly, but they had survived and triumphed. They had proven that humanity's cleverness and adaptability were forces to be reckoned with. Kale felt a deep sense of satisfaction. Humanity had long been underestimated, but that was changing. They had shown that rules and technology alone could not suppress intelligence, creativity, or courage. The future is ours to shape, Kale said softly. Not through force, but through clever thinking, teamwork, and heart. That is what makes humans extraordinary. The stars above stretched endlessly, full of possibilities. Kale's tattoo pulsed one final time, as if acknowledging the truth. Humans had succeeded, not by accident, but by design, their minds sharp, their spirits unbreakable, and their courage limitless. Kale, once the Academy's most wanted, now stood as a symbol of human ingenuity and determination. He had led his team, decoded a lost secret, and protected knowledge that could change the future. Humanity's potential had been revealed, and the stars themselves seemed to recognize it. As the night deepened, Kyle looked at his allies and smiled. We've only begun. The universe is vast, and humans are ready. Cleverness, courage, and heart will guide us further than anyone imagined, and together, we will continue to rise. The adventure had ended, for now. But humanity's story, led by Kyle and those who shared his courage and intelligence, was only beginning. The stars were theirs to explore, and nothing could stop clever, determined humans when they worked together. The Academy could call him most wanted, but Kale knew the truth. Humanity was most capable, most creative, and most unstoppable when it believed in itself. And that was a future worth protecting.